this video is sponsored by Strava, and it is done so to show you guys Strava's brand new route building feature. In the past, if you wanted to create a route with Strava and then send it to your GPS device, you would have to do this on the computer. However, Strava have just announced their new and improved route building feature that you can do directly from your phone. The description here says get personalized route suggestions powered by the community. And what this means is Strava produce a heat map from all the riding and all the data that people upload onto the website. And therefore the brand new route building feature builds the routes using heat maps. So in order to do this, you need to go to the Strava app, hit the explore page, hit explore routes, and then we're going to change the current location to somewhere, I don't know, let's just say Bolton for argument's sake. Bolton, Greater Manchester. Then at the top here, we've got a whole different list of options that we can change. So for example, it's for me personally, I ride bikes, so it'd be a ride. We can change the distance. We've got all of these different distances here. For argument's sake, let's hit 30-mile ride. We can change the elevation to any, which is the most popular roads, you know, full stop. Or we can change it to a flatter route. It avoids hills when possible. Or we can have a hilly route. For this option right now, I'm just going to stick with any. And then finally, we have the surface. So, you know, if we're on a gravel bike or we're on a mountain bike, we could perhaps hit dirt. But because I've got a road bike, I'm going to stick to the paving. And after a little bit of time, Strava automatically builds 3 different routes for you to choose from. They're all around the distance that you chose. Once you've found the route that you like, you can just simply click on the route, click save. You can change the title. You can give the title a name, and then you just hit save, and it basically saves it to your routes. And then you can send this to your GPS computer using the normal ways. This is a really cool feature if you want to go to somewhere new and you don't want to spend the time and hassle researching the local roads to find the best routes, or maybe you want to use this route feature in your own area to find some new roads. It's a really great new addition to the Strava app, as you'll see. I use the feature later on in this video. Last October, everything changed. I was banned from competing for 6 months. At the time, I was sad, angry, down, and really, I felt a bit lost. I've trained and raced bikes of some description my entire life, and then suddenly it was all taken away from me overnight. Shortly after this, I decided to, along with my mate Brian, take a one-way plane ticket to the south of France and cycle home over the next 6 days with nothing but the kit we were wearing and a change of clothes in our bags. It was some of the most enjoyable and memorable days I've ever spent riding a bicycle, and it really sparked this sense of adventure and wanting to explore the world more using 2 wheels. So today I decided it would be a good idea to throw a dart at a map of the UK, and wherever that dart may land, I was going to ride there. I've also created a black zone, which is a 50-mile radius of where I live, because hey, if it lands there, that's boring. We want to ride further than that. And also, just due to time constraints, Northern Ireland is out of the equation for this trip. But leave a like right now, and if this video gets 4,000 likes, I will do it again, but I'll get a map of the whole of Europe, and wherever the dart lands, we will cycle there. And we'll do that. I've got 2 darts. I was supposed to be doing this trip with my friend Brian, but he cancelled me because he said he has to work. And if the dart lands in any of the water around there, no, we're not going swimming. We'll just go from that point to the closest mainland point, and that is where we will cycle to. So we've got 2 darts. That provides 2 chances, 2 choices, and I'm going to put a poll up on Instagram and let you guys, the viewers, decide where I'm going to ride to. So let's do it. I've got all my kit on, I'm ready to go. I've got the tail fin pannier rack on my Ribble. The bike's literally ready to go. And it's quite a bizarre feeling because I could be cycling to anywhere in the country today. Anywhere. And I have no idea where. Just to make things even more legitimate, I'm gonna use this CJ t-shirt to blindfold myself with. Not that it matters because I can't throw a dart anyway. I also haven't got a cork board, so I'm using my garden shed. All right, I can confirm I cannot see absolutely anything. All right, where's the... Here we go. Dart number 1. I love how I did a black zone, so if it landed in that area, I'd have to re-throw. I was nowhere near that area. So we've either got South Molton, and I think that's Devon. I think that's classed as Devon. Maybe it's just over the Cornish border, not too sure. And the second one is a place called Battle near Hastings in, well, north of Eastbourne, basically south side of London. I've just uploaded this Instagram to my story. It's now 10:37. I'm gonna leave it live for 10 minutes and then see where the viewers decide that I ride to. 10:47, it's been about 10 minutes now. The Instagram audience has decided, guys, that we are going to... Oh, it's 50-50. It's literally 50-50. It's 50-50, what, I don't know. All right, a minute later, we've got 52% have said A to South Malton and B is 48%. So it looks like we're heading down to South Malton. South Malton is about 300 miles away, so I estimate it's gonna take me about 3 days of 100 miles a day. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go onto the Strava app, head over to my profile, head over to routes. We're gonna add a new route, and essentially we're gonna zoom out, and we're just gonna draw, using the new drawing feature, we're gonna draw a route that's roughly 100 miles south. I've just looked on the map and Wolverhampton seems to be about 100 miles away. So we're just gonna basically draw a route to Wolverhampton. Let's do that. Okay, it's currently building the route. 100 miles, 100.7 miles. That'll do. The people had spoken and we were off to Devon, home of cream teas, sandy beaches, fossil cliffs, medieval towns and national parks. I had no idea what was in store over the next few days, but I knew one thing, it was flipping far. I've sent the route to my computer and we're heading south. I haven't booked any accommodation yet because I want to do a few hours and kind of see how I'm feeling, what the wind's saying. It'll all depend on how far I get tonight, but I should have a pretty good idea after 2 or 3 hours of riding. So we've made it out through Wigan and then to Warrington. It was quite busy, but now we're into the lanes kind of south of Warrington. It is a little bit windy today, but we are heading to Devon, so it's all downhill, innit? So I made it to a town called Middlewich, 60 kilometers in, we've got about 100 to go. And it's just got real dark. We're right in the middle of this black cloud. It's about 1:30 in the afternoon right now, so I think it's a good time to find somewhere and get some food, get some lunch. We found some food. We've got a Costa, Greg's, Sainsbury's, all of the cuisine options here. Chicken and bacon baguette it was. Can't go wrong for £3. Then for dessert, I headed across the road for a caffeinated beverage and a dirty thick slice of carrot cake. Alright, so whilst I was drinking my coffee in Costa, I managed to book some accommodation for tonight. We're staying at the Granary Hotel and Restaurant. It was actually the cheapest hotel in Kidderminster. I actually feel pretty good right now, and I probably could ride a little bit longer and maybe go somewhere a bit more south, like Worcester. However, I got to remember that this thing's a marathon and not a sprint, and we got another like 250 miles to go at this point, so I don't want to do too much on day number 1, so I think Kidderminster's a good place to stop. Hey, Shropshire! Pretty much missed that sign, but that was a welcome to Shropshire. We've ridden through Lancashire, through Cheshire, and now we're in Shropshire. Just hacking along, hacking all day, straight south. That's another county ticked off the list. Welcome to Staffordshire. What's that, 4 counties so far, I think? We are currently riding through Red Bull. I wonder if I can buy a pair of wings around here. So I've just been riding along for the past couple of hours. We're about 32k from the hotel right now, and just came across a donkey and a couple of goats. Hello, you're right, mate. Cool, good chat. So we're starting to lose the light now. I've got the front and back lights on to keep us nice and visible and safe with the traffic. We're exactly 10k away from Kidderminster. The hotel's about 3 or 4k out the back of the other side of Kidderminster, so yeah, 13, 14k to go now. We'll hopefully arrive there within the next 20-25. Lotus House. Chinese takeaway. Wouldn't mind a Chinese takeaway right now. I'll tell you that for free. Don't mind me, I'm just pedaling my bicycle to Devon from Lancashire. Yep. Yo, what the hell? What the hell is this? Guys, if you know, let me know in the comments down below. It's like a goat, but with huge horns on. Alright, he's kind of run off. You can't really see him, but he's literally like a goat with a huge horn on the top of him. What is that? I mean, I know we're heading south, but I thought it was relatively normal down here. Alright, here we go. Let's see where we're going to be staying for the night, shall we? That's not bad. It's not bad at all. So that is day 1 done and dusted. 6 hours today, 167.6 kilometers. That makes us about a third of the way to Devon. We're on schedule to do this in 3 days. Nice little hotel welcoming gift here. Room cleaning charges. For smoking, £500. Soiling the bed, £250. Soiling the room, £250. So I'm gonna head to bed, get some rest before another big day tomorrow. I'll see you then. Oh, it's raining. You do not love to see that. You do not love to see that at all, but I'm walking to breakfast right now to get some food. I'm hungry and I'm gonna eat a lot of it. All right, checked out the hotel. We're just leaving now to continue on the adventure south. So today there's a couple of options. The total distance to South Molton in Devon is 265 kilometers, which is around 160 miles. So either I can do another day like I did yesterday, do 100 miles today, get there with 60 miles to do tomorrow, or I just lick the stamp and send it first class and do the full thing today, 160 miles, 265 kilometers, because with the current virus situation, France has gone into lockdown, Spain's gone into lockdown, Italy's gone into lockdown. So like basically the last thing I want is to be stuck in Devon. And then all the public transport's cancelled because of the virus. I think we'll see how we get on today, see what the wind's gonna do, and make a decision a bit later on. 20 seconds out of the hotel and we got this big puddle. Oh, I hope this rain's gonna stop because this ain't cool. Rain was pretty much the theme of the day today. Well, for the first half anyway. Despite having another 235 kilometers to go, I was determined to keep spirits high. Despite the weather, there are some absolutely cracking roads around here. We're somewhere between Worcestershire and Herefordshire, like somewhere near the border, I think. I think right over there in the distance, that could be Wales, those hills. Not 100% sure, I'm probably wrong, but I know Wales is hilly, and I know that Wales is east, and that is east. Okay, we've made it to Cheltenham, home of rich people, evidently. Lots of big houses around this town. I bet even these townhouses are like £1 million a pop. But in more relevant news, it's now only spitting. Hopefully that's the end of the worst, like the worst of the rain over and done with. Fingers crossed, I don't want to tempt fate. And we're also just about to tick over the 200k to go mark. So far so good, feeling happy. Morale's pretty good despite the weather, legs are good, and we're enjoying the ride. Houston, we have a problem. So I basically just descended down this road here. It was like a 25% descent, and I got to the bottom of it and my bike just stopped. Basically the front wheel won't turn, and when it does it makes a horrible like screeching noise. I think something's gone wrong in the disc brake. Yeah, I'm not really too sure, so I'm gonna take the wheel out and have a look at it. But this isn't ideal, man. Like, I'm in a bus shelter, it's cold, I'm wet. What am I doing? It turns out the issue was indeed the front brake. The pad had worn down so much I was basically braking on metal. Eventually the metal snapped and twisted, hence the lack of movement with the front wheel. Okay, so here's a bit of an update. I managed to stop right next to this little cafe, so I came to the cafe. Luckily, this legend lives pretty local, so he brought, we thought he had some spare disc brake pads, but actually he had some mountain bike pads, which
I did rob for my own mountain bike.
Yeah, we thought they were going to fit. They look the same, but they're actually a slightly thicker diameter, a slightly wider diameter, so they wouldn't fit in the pads. Chris came up with a bit of a solution that we put the back brake pads into the front because we use the front brakes more when you're cycling, and hopefully we're going to find a bike shop that's going to be open in Bristol.
I don't like the way you're saying we, because I was hoping to swing off well before.
You're going to ride to Devon with me, are you not? Come on, mate.
Not that far.
Come on. It's only 180k more.
I'll be with you in spirit. I'll think about
it. Okay, I'll do my own then. Hey, if one thing's improved though, it's the weather. Mate, cheers for riding with me. Appreciate the wheel. Are you sure you don't want to ride to Devon?
I'm certain I don't want to ride to Devon. In a headwind?
Yeah.
In the dark, probably. I think you'll be... Just don't forget, you've only got one brake now.
I know, yeah. I think by the time I get to Bristol, it's going to be after the shops are closed, so I don't think I'm going to be able to get a back brake, but hey, you only need one break. So good news, I got a DM from this guy yesterday, Charlie, who says that he works in a bike shop in Bristol. I quickly messaged him saying, yo, what time do you close, bro? He said 5. He says that they've got some Shimano disc brake pads. Bristol is about an hour away, I think. It's currently 3:10. So full steam ahead to Bristol, and hopefully we can get some new brake pads. I probably could get to my destination with just front brakes, but it's not ideal, and it's probably not entirely safe. So if we can get some disc brake pads, that would be ideal. Shout out to the Mud Dock Cycle Works in Bristol for hooking us up with a new brake. Legends, staying open until 5 o'clock on a Sunday. If you're in Bristol and you need a bike shop, highly recommend those boys. Now we can continue all the way to Devon with 2 brakes. My Strava route has taken me down this quite small road. I mean, it is still technically a road, but we're out the other side of Bristol now, and we're back into the lanes, and hopefully we're back on the quieter roads. Making a quick stop right now. We're somewhere outside of Taunton, trying to be as quick as I can. Just got myself a bit of a sandwich for something to eat. We might miss hotel check-in. So to elaborate on what I was just saying, the hotel that I'm staying at on their Sunday check-in normally closes at 8 o'clock. I messaged them and said, look, I'm not going to be there until about 10, is that okay? And they said, yes, as long as you're here for 10. So I don't want to be any later. The time is now 6 o'clock, the light's just starting to go. We've got exactly 100 kilometers to go, so we need to average at least 25k an hour. In theory, that should be fine, and we should get there about 9:30, 9:45. But as today has shown, you never know what's going to happen, and any issues can be thrown at you. So it's important that we just keep on pedaling, keep on moving forward when we can do. Alright, so I know I'm pitch black right now. That's because we're riding down a pretty quiet road and there's not many cars about. Just ticked under 64 kilometers to go. Is about 40 miles. 2.5 hours to go now. 2.5 hours. There's actually something I quite weirdly enjoy about riding at this time of night on the quiet roads, no cars. Alright, there's a few cars, but you get the point of what I'm trying to make. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, we've made it to Devon. We did it in 2 days. Oh my god. I am absolutely shot. I'm tired. And I'm cold. I'm also filthy. There were some questionable roads in the last 5 or 10 miles, which, I mean, on a summer's day, there'd be amazing country lanes in North Devon, but 10 PM on a wet March evening, maybe not. Anyway, this is my digs for the night. We are currently in South Melton. This is where the dart landed when I threw it at the board. I'm gonna get a shower, head to bed, go to sleep, and then tomorrow morning we're gonna go to the exact center of South Melton, and that is gonna be the point where this trip is gonna be completed and where this trip is gonna be finished, because that is the point where the dart landed. All right, see you in the morning. Welcome back to day number 3 of my adventure down south. As you can probably tell, I'm pretty tired today. Alright, let's officially head into South Melton. Let's find the centre and let's officially complete this trip. So, I guess this is it, the centre of South Melton. 3 days ago I threw a map at the UK and this is where it landed. Now I'm here, right in the centre of South Melton and Devon. I feel absolutely hammered right now, but we did it. We did it. Now my train home to Preston isn't until 4:30 this afternoon. The time is now currently 10:22, which means I've got quite a few hours to kill. So I figured instead of just sitting in my hotel room all day, I'd go for a ride, just because I haven't ridden enough over the past 2 days. But no, basically this provides the perfect opportunity to use the brand new route build feature on the Strava app. Okay, so the app is just loaded now, and we've got this route here, which is 14.8 miles. It's only 1,200 feet of climbing, so it's not too hilly given that we are in Devon. So I'm gonna do this one. We're just gonna hit save, and then that route has basically been saved to our profile. I can just go to view route, and there it is. And finally, because my Strava account is synced to my Wahoo, the route is there on my Wahoo app. I can just go ahead, select the route, and it will sync onto my Wahoo. And there it is, route loaded. So right now I've got a 15-mile route based on the most commonly ridden roads. Hopefully we should find some sick roads, so let's go and do that right now. Honestly, I feel like I should be doing more than 14.8 miles today, but my legs are in bits, man. Honestly, yesterday, 10 hours of cycling on top of the previous 6 hours. 14.8 is all I can manage today, trust me. What a stunning place though, man. What a gorgeous day. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm heading to the train to get the train home back up north, and I got some sad news. At some point on the trip yesterday, we managed to misplace and drop one of my sliders. However, thankfully I just managed to go to Sports Direct and get myself some of these bad boys. It was an £8 mistake, and it's a sad day because these sliders have been everywhere with me. 3 days ago, I threw a dart at a map of the UK, and I made a commitment to ride to wherever that dart landed. 2 days and 428 kilometers later, I'd arrived in the small town of South Molton in North Devon. This is why I love cycling, the ability to explore new areas and see things you'd never see otherwise. I challenge all of you at home, find a map, even if it's just one of your local area, throw a dart at it, no second throws, just cycle to wherever it lands. Enjoy your life, live for the adventure, and I'll see you next week.